Hey everybody, good morning. Andy Blevins here with Invest with Blev. I got a quick video this morning on a stock pick that I wanted to get out to you guys. Three things always go into one of my stock picks. One is, why do I like the stock? And the second is, what is the buy price? The price I think it's good for myself and anybody else to buy the stock at. And then what is the sell price? Where do I think it's going to go over the next few months or potentially over a year? That would make sense to sell. So I'll just get right into it. So the first thing is, what is the stock? It's GSB. This is Globalscape. This is a software company. It's really super simple. I like simple stuff. They make a file transfer, secure file transfer software. They've been around for a while. They've done really well in the last 2 years. I actually owned the stock for a period of time, made a bunch of money on it, sold it when it got higher. I do own a little bit of it right now, a very small position. And this thing has come down pretty significantly. So a few things. Number one, these guys are really good managers, especially over the last 3 years. They did a bunch of things in 2018 to help fix certain elements of their company, especially around the cost of their company, and it worked. So they basically just rocketed up from a share price standpoint. They went from $3.50 a share to almost $14 in 12 months. That's a 400% increase in 1 year. I did get quite a bit of that back in 2018, 2019. They're super simple, they're boring, they have a very niche product, and they have a very sticky customer base. It's not easy to switch software for a big company, for anything really, especially for something like a secure file transfer. They're really good at generating cash, so they're a free cash flow machine. So last earnings report was the end of this April, so it was definitely like COVID had already hit, it was amidst of COVID, and even then they had a 3% revenue increase over the past year. They really kind of kept their gross margin unchanged. They reduced their operating expenses, so basically they're increasing their revenue, total revenue. They're decreasing some of their operating expenses. They did have some reduction of earning per share from 14 cents to 12 cents. From a Moat standpoint, a Moat is basically another way for investors to say how hard is it to replace what this company does? How hard is it for somebody else to just build what this company is already building? So are there other folks in their industry? Totally. They're not alone in their industry. It is very competitive. The amazing thing though is they really only need to keep about 3.5% of this enhanced file transfer market, which is what they have today. So they don't have to have 20% market share. They really only need to keep 3.5% to 4%. So if they increase that, the stock price would go up even further. So all those things to say, what would be my buy price on this stock? And really, anything under $7.50, especially if it goes under 7. I don't know what it's going to do this morning when the market opens, but yesterday I've been watching this thing, and yesterday it just dropped 8%. And you might ask, why is it dropping? So earnings report is coming soon. Folks are not totally sure how well they're going to be able to continue keeping all their customers and growing customer base. There's some doubt about that. I haven't really seen any evidence to say, I'm petting my dog by the way, I haven't seen any evidence to say that they're not going to do just fine. They've got a great history. So I think the market is just unsure about their earnings, and especially with the impact of COVID over the last quarter. So the impact of COVID is really going to be shown here. So I would say that this is a buy anywhere under $7.50, especially if it goes under 7. Holy cow. And I mean, hey, like anything can happen. So this could even go down towards 6. So I would just watch the share price. Be prepared if you do look at the company and you like it. Be prepared with your cash. Get some money ready. And if it drops down far enough, then pick up some shares. So the question is, what is the sell price? So I think that this thing could easily be $12 plus. If I'm buying under $7.50, I'll probably sell a little bit when it gets back up to 12. I'll put a trailing stop in, let it run a bit more. So I'm gonna assume somewhere around a 60% gain on this trade. How soon will that happen? I would say anywhere in the next 6 to 12 months. So it's not going to be a very short trade. It's also not going to be super long. Here's a quick wild card as well. These guys can get very interesting because they do focus a lot on creating shareholder value. So like I said, the management team is great. Some evidence of this came last year when there was a $3, it was either $3 or $3.50 per share dividend that they put out. So I remember, I owned a bunch of shares of this at the time, and lo and behold, I look in my account and there's like several $1,000s more than it was the day before, and they had a relatively unannounced dividend. So they do things like that for their shareholders, and also I think that there is a potential they could be an acquisition target. So they're not that big, and they could be purchased by a really big company that needs, enhanced file transfer. It could be an Oracle or any type of technology software company. So to sum up, GSB, it's Globalscape. I love their management. They're solid, good financials. My buy price is anywhere under $7.50. The lower the better, frankly. My sell price is anywhere over 12. So it's a pretty healthy gain, and I like it. As always, make sure you do your own research. I am not a financial advisor. I'm a guy who's been really successful in the last 3 years in the stock market, and you can watch my other videos to see exactly how I've done that. And this stock has been actually a real part of that success. So hope you guys have an awesome day and week. This is a relevant video really for anywhere from July, August, September in 2020. So if you're watching this video and it's not somewhere in those months, this may not be as relevant. A lot of things have probably changed. That's about it. Make sure to like and subscribe and comment below if there's any stocks that you want me to do a research mashup on. And that's about it. See you guys.